Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am live and I am going to go ahead and start. No viewers yet, but we'll see. And this will be uploaded to my channel, and eventually this is going to be uploaded to my YouTube channel as well. So let's go where we left off. Alrighty, so we left off with me, I believe, staying at the inn and saving afterwards. Yes. And a little bit of money. I need to get more money, and there's a place to do that, which is right up here. I made my drink too strong. Alrighty. Probably should have split the tax up, but kinda lazy. And it will auto attack if anyone survives the lightning. So, these little places right here, you can park at them, but those are the only places you can park. Later we'll be able to park at rivers as well. Okay, these guys are nasty. They can poison you. And I want them dead as soon as possible, so do that, and got lucky there. Oh, no I didn't. He is poisoned, as you can see. Incredibly nasty ailment that does not go away, even after combat. Oh, there's the AC kicking in again. And I have no way to cure it at this point, so his hit points are going to gradually tick down with each step. As you can see, he's at 102 right now. And combat. And now he's at 88. Okay. We're going to end this one quickly with lightning magic. When I get back to town, a town with a shop, I will show you how poison is cured at this point in the game. Alrighty. Save before going here really quick. All we are here to do is collect these. 575 and 450, so we get a little over 1,000 gil, or gil, which is enough to buy thunder for, or thunder for our red mage, which is very good. Okay. Okay, ogres have 100 hit points, but they also have a lot of XP to be had. We're just going to attack on him. Those little worm things next to him, called Gigas worms I guess in this version, they are weak to fire, but I don't have that spell right now, so nothing I can really do much about that. But I will have some source of fire eventually. Probably have enough money to get it now without having to worry too much about wasting money. Okay. Now, when a monster successfully runs away, you don't get experience for that monster. I think you get like 1 gold piece or something. Or maybe you get 1 gold piece or 1 XP or something like that if they all run away. I don't know. I know that if they all run away, you'll get like 1 gold or 1 XP or something like that. We're gonna get these eyes out of the way first of all. Sorry. Thunder. Because they can paralyze my guys. In the original version of the game, you could mute them if you really wanted to, but they only have 10 hit points. In the Final Fantasy Origins and Dawn of Souls games, mute will not stop their paralyzed attack, which is called like gaze or stare or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was called in the original. I don't know what it's called in this game because I haven't seen it used yet. Oh, and yeah, while on the ship, poison doesn't cause you to tick down. But it does in battle. Okay. We actually got a drop item from that battle. Wow. So they've added drops in this game. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. I will have to check the bestiary to see if there's anything good of note. I'll do that after today's live session. So this is the item shop. He sells things like potions and whatnot. Oh! Oh! Oh wow! Okay, this stuff was not available in the original version of the game. This is truly awesome. Oh. So in the original version of the game, you can get only potions. They restored approximately 30 hit points. Outside of battle, always 30. Inside of battle, around 30, give or take. You could get antidotes in the original version of the game. These cure poison, and I'm going to need some. Start with that. You could get gold needles to cure petrification, but we won't need that for a while. And then there were your 3 levels of camping equipment. Tents, cabins, and houses. Here they are called sleeping bags, tents, and cottages. Restores the party HP and MP. Interesting. And I see we have ethers. Restores 1 MP for each magic level. That is so awesome. Wow. And Phoenix Down brings you back to life. That's nice. There was no item for that in the original game. Wow. I am impressed. Definitely want to get that. Oh. Definitely want to cure my poison. Okay. Oh yeah. Gonna get fire just so we have it. Fire. I'm not gonna get anything else here for the Black Mage because, well, honestly, his physical attack is gonna do better than spells. Alrighty, let's look at these spells here, just to show you guys. Cure, cures some hit points. It's the weakest of the healing spells. Dia, or Dia, however you pronounce it, is deals damage to all undead monsters. Only works on undead monsters. And they're relatively easy to identify in this game. Anything that has a skeletal appearance is obviously undead, with two exceptions technically. At least in the original game, there were mages and fighters, which were actually supposed to be like a dark elf, or drow elf. But they ended up looking kind of like skeletons. But they are not undead. They were not undead. So yeah, that's how that works. It's not an element, at least it wasn't. I don't know about in this game. So nothing's actually weak to it or, resistant to it. It's just a non-elemental attack that is programmed to only work when it is used against undead monsters. And I have that for my white mage. It is the only AoE damage spell of the first levels, so kind of important. Protect increases your armor by about 8 points, I think, maybe 10 points. At least in the original, that's what it did, and it only works on one ally. Basically, beyond like the first 10 minutes of the game, it's not at all useful. Maybe in certain situations, like if you have like a black mage stuck in the first slot of your party or something, or a unique party setup like all white mages or something, then I suppose it could be useful. Blink increases evade by roughly 40%. It's an 80-point increase. That's 80 out of 255, at least in the original. Or 80 out of 201, depending upon how you look at it. Only works on the casters, so and the white mage is the only one that can use it for now. Later on, the red mage and the fighter will be able to use it after class upgrade, but for now, just the white mage. And, well, not very useful. It doesn't work as good as you might think, and realistically, it's only going to save you, potentially, if you're at the top slot. So again, if you're playing with all white mages, it could be useful, but I think it is pretty shitty. I save all my spells for cures and dias, so I can damage undead and cure after battle. Or during battle sometimes. Okay, fire. Deals fire elemental damage, one monster. Sleep, as you've seen me use already in the last video. Attempts to put all monsters to sleep. It's pretty good early on in the game. It lowers their defense, or rather, it multiplies your damage by 1.25, so you do 25% extra damage. If you get an attack off while the monster is sleeping, they wake up very, very quickly, though. But it's nice at preventing them from doing damage to you for a round or two. Focus, originally called Lock. It was bugged, but it's supposed to make one target, if it hits, easier for you to hit them. It's a 20-point increase of your chance to hit them, which is the equivalent of about 10%. Thunder is the same exact thing as fire, it's just the lightning element instead of the thunder element. Okay, and we're done. Oh, I suppose I should buy my white mage a hammer. White mages can equip hammers. When this game first came out, it was pretty much a copy of Advanced Dungeons and Dragons First Edition, or even Basic. So the white mages have a little bit more, they're supposed to be like clerics, they have a little bit more of offense in the early game, though it's not insane. It's not a game-changing amount, but we'll see how he does with his hammer in this version of the game. Okay. Alrighty. Some very fun monsters. Bow, 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 bow. I love that Thundara spell. Come on. What happened? Why are my controls doing that? Did I? This controller. Okay. Attack. Thunder. Attack. I'm close to town. What the fuck? I'll just, excuse my language. I will just use my best spells. Love it, love it. One more Thundera and one more level for my Black Mage. Alright. Back to town number 2. Alright. Well, let's go over these spells. And I'm going to buy one or two of them. Righty, so Blizzard. That is your ice element. I'm going to get that, but only for the Black Mage. Just so he has something. Dark. Causes monsters to go blind. Monsters in this game that are blinded, at least the original, and you know, I've never played this version of the game before, so when I describe a spell, I'm pretty much describing what it does in the original. But Dark, it makes it not only easier for you to evade your darkened opponent's attacks, makes it easier for you to hit them. I am not going to get it because I don't particularly find it that useful. Temper increases the attack power of one ally. Bugged in the original did nothing, but I know that in the remakes of the game, including probably this one, it does work. I will get it eventually, but it is absolutely not needed right now. Slow reduces the potential attacks that monsters will get. So, if a monster only has one attack normally, slow isn't going to do anything to them, even if it hits. But it will reduce the attacks down to one attack, or one potential hit per attack phase. So if you have a monster like, you know, the 4 Fiends, one of them can hit, I believe, 8 times. You hit him with slow, he'll only hit once, which can be nice. We're going to get it, again, for the Black Mage. And there are a few monsters we'll be encountering soon that it can be useful against, and I'll make note of them when they pop up. Okay. Weapons. I don't think I have enough money to really... yeah, I do actually, so I will. Broadsword. We're getting Broadsword for my fighter. And my Red Mage. It's just the natural upgrade. And we're going to sell everything else. Staff, bye-bye. Chainmail, bye-bye. Rapier, bye-bye. Yeah. With the purchase of that broadsword, we should start seeing 2 attacks from my fighter. Okay, white magic. I'm not going to get anything for now, but I'll explain it. Blindna cures blind, which is, or darkness, basically. Silence prevents monsters from using their spells. There aren't any monsters currently encounterable that have spells, so it's pointless at this point in the game. In the original version of the game, it would also stop special abilities. Like those eyes we were fighting, they have a glance, you could silence them, and that would stop their glance from working. Don't think it does it like that in this game. Invisibility works kind of like the first level blink spell, except you can target any ally and it's less effective. Instead of the 40% evade, it's about 20. Null Shock gives everybody blanket protection from lightning. Basically, it guarantees that you're going to make your saving throw versus lightning, so you take half damage. Except incredibly rarely, in the original version, I think it was a 1 in 200 chance that you could still fail if you were protected from lightning. And regardless of whether you fail or make your save, the damage is reduced a further 25% or 50%. So If you make your save, you take 25% damage. If you fail your save, you still only take 50%, so whatever. No spells and no lightning at this point in the game, so we don't need it. Mute I'll come back for later, because there's a boss we're going to fight in a little bit that it can be useful against. Oh, and I'm going to stay at the end, because I want my Thundara costs back. Meow, 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 meow. Oh, my sister is here. Yes, I am live with a 10-sec or so delay. Okay. Thank you. My sister is on at this time, so I would like to thank her for joining. Yeah, that makes me happy. Okay. Oh, hold on a second. I guess I didn't show off what was in these shops. And I guess the item shop might have new stuff in it too that I'm not aware of. So items, schmitums. Looks like it's pretty much the same. Don't need any of that stuff yet. I have showed you this, but I'll go through again in case you want to see what this version of the game has to offer. I bought all of the relevant stuff. Yes. Alrighty, my sister says that her dog Buster is eating his feet and she is watching The Walking Dead. And me, apparently. Okay. Save for good measure. And we got some more baddies. Sharks and your normal red Sahags. And lightning that does its job. And now we are basically continuing on with the main quest of the game. So we'll be going back to that town in the south where I bought the Thundara. Gonna buy one for my red mage. And then we're gonna continue on to the next plot point. Oh, these guys. So these guys, they're called Buccaneers in this version of the game. Used to be called Kaizokus, or something like that. They give a abnormally high amount of money when you beat them. And this is a big encounter. 5 of them. Typically 2 or 3 is what you'll see. 5 is really nice. Thunder, for good measure. Hammer. Thunder. Now that we're out of those AoE magics, I have to resort to my single target stuff, so battles are going to take a little bit longer. Thank you. Thank you for liking my channel. Yeah, I convinced my sister to join Twitch, even though she's not really a video gamer that much. She plays some, but not like I do. And I don't think she knows much about the Final Fantasy series of games. So yeah, Nick, this is Final Fantasy, if you were ever curious about it. Oh, whoops. It's quite a fun game. I've loved it ever since the summer between 7th and 8th grade. Remember when we took the bus up to that video store when we were staying with Aunt Mary? Like one of the first days we were back that summer, between 7th and 8th grade, and we took the bus up there, got an account, I checked this game out, and I've loved it ever since. Of course, I played it on a black and white TV back then, and it wasn't this version of the game, it was the original. Well, the original US version anyway. Ogres, yay. Oh, now you guys get to see what fire does. So, these little wormy thingies, they were called creeps in the original version of the game. They are weak to fire. So they will probably take about 60 points. Oh, 70. There we go. Continue on as before. We'll get the creepy guy with the fire. I kind of think that the creep is a little close to that ogre's butt. Not anymore. Ogre's gone. Okay. In town. Well, I guess first we can stay at the inn and replenish our spells, so I don't forget to do so later. Meow, 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 meow. Okay. Okay, and as I said, absolutely gonna get Thundera for my red mage. Okay. So Fire-a. That is basically fire, but for all enemies, and stronger than the base level fire. Hold is a paralyze against one monster. It would be good, except it only affects one monster, and pretty much anything at this game that you can't neutralize with Thundera or Fire-a in a single cast, Hold probably won't work against them. And this is the AoE version of Focus, making all enemies easier to hit, but even in versions of the games where the spell works, I've never noticed a difference. I do believe multiple castings of it will stack, but, you know, 5 times nothing is what, still nothing, in my opinion. Is that how the saying goes? Okay, so we've got these. Cura is a more powerful cure. Diarrhea, Diarrhea, is a more powerful Dia. Null Blaze is a fire protection spell. Again, nothing is using those, so why bother? And Heal is an AoE heal spell. I'm getting Diarrhea for my white mage. Just next, we are going to be encountering a lot of undead, and it's always good to have. I don't even have money for the higher level spells, so I'm not going to bother. How much money do I have? Okay, 564. I will buy some items, perhaps. There it is. That's the same thing, huh? Sleeping bag, let's see. Partially restores HP and MP, can only be used in the field. Let me see. I'm just gonna get a few more of these. And yeah, there's level 4 magic here too, but I don't have the money for that at this time. And I'm not really going to worry myself about that too much. We are now going to the Marsh Cave. We are looking for a key item. Do I want... Yeah, I'll fight these guys. Another thing I've noticed about this version of the game... Oh. Well, there's another thing I'm noticing too. I've noticed that the hit rate is much higher than it was in the original. Much higher. Whereas the white mage actually seems like he's a useful damage dealer. You know what? I'm just gonna run. because I don't feel like dealing with these guys, wasting spells on them. I also noticed that the red mage is doing significantly less damage than the black mage, so I'm guessing that intelligence score actually does something in this game. It did not in the original. It was bugged, or they just neglected to program it. Intelligence didn't do anything. Seems like it probably does in this game. Okay. Oh no, that doesn't work, huh? Okay, well, whatever. I tried. I was gonna try to speed it up. I need to figure out how to use that. I wonder if that could actually be a decent way to grind. If I need to grind. I haven't needed to grind so far. In the original version of the game, you don't really need to grind. Saving for good measure, that's, where are my hit points at? Yeah, I think my white mage needs a cure. Or two. Oh, wow. Okay, these guys, Green Slime, they were called Scum, I believe, in the original version of the game. They can poison you, and they don't take damage from physical, or they take 1 point of damage from physical attacks. So, not worth it, in my opinion, to fight them. There, I got poisoned. I mean, yeah, they have like a maxed out defense, okay. So yes, I run from them, because I hate them. Undead. We're going to put Daya to good use. Oh wow. So one of these guys, I don't know which one. One of them will poison you, the other one won't. I believe the green one, so Tarantula, will poison. And the Black Widow will not. Interesting, because I believe it's reverse in real life. Tarantulas I don't think are very poisonous, but Black Widows are. They were called arachnids and spiders in the original version of the game. These guys will poison. And they're not worth it to me. They hit hard too, and they hit multiple times, so slow is a worthwhile attack against these guys. Oh boy, just lost my black mage. That is not good. These guys are the other one that slow could potentially be worth using. As you can see, they're hitting 3 times and such. You can see that awesome fighter armor doing its job. Okay, I'm gonna quick save for good measure. Just in case. I probably should have done that earlier, so I could have gone back before I lost my poor black mage. Okay, these guys right here, crawlers, that can paralyze. Very nasty. So I'm going to target everyone on them except for those. And as you can see, they just got my fighter. He's paralyzed. Okay, fortunately, he's gone, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. Blood bones, they're stronger, much stronger than the regular bones, and they have a lot more hit points as well. Well, that's it. Okay. Last cure spell. Going on you. Have a few potions that I luckily got as drops. Yeah. Preemptive, good. That means I can automatically... Well, since I am preemptive, I'm just going to show you exactly what these guys do. Hopefully they'll get to go first. There you go. 2 hits, 2 damage. 3 hits, 3 damage. What? Didn't let me run even though it was a pre... Okay, there we go. Well, there's another way in which things are different. Okay, there is an encounter tile here. As soon as I step in front of that chest, a monster will attack me. It's going to be monsters called wizards, which don't actually use magic. They're basically mind flayers, if you are familiar with D&D. Oh! Oh! It's a trapped chest in this version. Nice. Pisco Deep. Ho-ho. And I get a preemptive strike. How lovely. And Thunder Time. These guys are really, really strong. I was lucky to get that preempt. Actually, you know, I've got ethers, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Oh. Well. As you can see, when things go bad, they really go bad. And, just like that, it's a game over. So, quick save, yes. That is why I did that. Preemptive again. A good thing, because it looks like I actually need it. Nice. Good. Okay, item. Well, I have them, so I'm going to use them. Quick save. Huh. Okay, so I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about additional encounters, which is nice. Ooh. Okay. And that is the last of my cures. can see a lot of running at this point. But as long as my fighter stays alive, we're okay. As you can see, even these nasty things only do 1 point of damage to him. We'll let somebody got poisoned. Yeah, of course. Oh, I do have some curing. Okay. Okay, these guys aren't as nasty as the green ones, because you can actually deal damage to them, but they hit harder, and they also poison. Oh wow, and they apparently don't like to be run from. Okay, almost done. Almost out of the dungeon. Aye, aye. Well, for good measure, just because. I have them. Of course he poisoned him. Oh no, he critted. He's in critical. Oh, I do have a potion left. Cool. Ether. Not my favorite, but whatever. I'll get over it. Okay, those green wolves, those guys can poison. So we're going to try to take them out as quickly as possible. Oh, they regenerate as well. Okay, well this is what they're for. Quick save. Oops. Now, there is a lot more to explore in this dungeon, but honestly, I hate this dungeon. I think a lot of people that play Final Fantasy 1 would agree with me that this is just a nasty dungeon. might show it off in its complete form a little bit later in the game, but later. I just got the key item for now, which was the crown that you guys saw. Alrighty, monsters get to attack first in an ambush attack. Always fun. But I'm close to town, so I'm not too worried about it. And poor Black Mage was missing in action for most of this campaign. Oh boy. Flee. Flee. There we go. Ha! Of course. And it's an ambush. Go figure. One step away from town. And run. Because I'm right here. Okay. First order of business, let us resurrect our fallen comrade. How much money do we have? Don't think that's enough to buy the spells at level 4. So for now, we are simply going to rest up. So, for those of you that were curious about the quest line, this Castle of the Elves, the elf up here has been put to sleep by an evil curse, Astrost. And we need to figure out how to break the curse. And while we went to the Marsh Cave, we got the crown. With the crown in hand, we'll be able to take it to a certain NPC who will show his true colors, I guess you could say, and that will enable us to release the prince from his sleep. Yeah, before we do that, I am going to thunder off. Before we do that, I'm going to go get a spell for my white mage, and my red mage actually, to use against him. Now, normally at this point in the game, you wouldn't even have level 4 spells available. And even if you did, you wouldn't be able to afford them, at least in the original version, So, I don't have 4th level spells. I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to get a 2nd level. Prioritize those eyes because they can paralyze. There we go, gaze. Okay. Alright. Looks like we'll be in town after this. I am going to replenish my magic. And I can hear my dog trying to tell me that he's going to want to go poo-poo. And it's almost 7 o'clock, so I've been on almost an hour, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I'll be on tomorrow, same time, 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, for those of you that want to watch. I see that there's one viewer right now, and we've had a few pop in and out during the stream, so thank you. And for anyone that watches this channel after, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.